Okay, so what we have here is our topography, and we're going to use this as a cutting object. The red is the cutting object, and the blue as a filling object. So typically you might take the terrain and cut your cutting object from it and fill your filling object into it. But this time we actually want to make a calculation of how much cut there is and how much fill there is. So to do that, I'm going to use a boolean again, but I'm going to use it in a slightly different way. So first of all, I'm going to just hold down Shift and copy this object. On the Move Tools active. Shift. And I'll make two copies. One will be for the fill calculation and one will be for the cut calculation. So for this one, I'm going to do the fill calculation. I don't actually need the cutting object for that one. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to select my fill object, just my blue here, and then I'm going to come across here and make a compound object boolean. And in the circumstance of a fill, what I want to do is just subtract away my terrain. So here I am, I'm adding the terrain operand as a subtraction. And then what I have is my fill piece left over. I can do exactly the same thing over here on this other copy. This time I want to just delete my fill piece. And I'm going to select my cutter, do exactly the same thing, make a boolean, but this time I want the intersection of my cutter piece and my terrain. So intersect, add objects, cutter piece. And that way I just have my cutting and filling piece. I can move them over to sit on top of the other one. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. That looks something like that. I can then make a calculation through the tools up here at the top. Just under the spanner, you'll find the measure tool, and if I measure my cutting piece, you'll see it gives me a volume 58.64 cubic meters, and I can do the same thing here. So my fill volume is 161, so I'm certainly not balancing cut and fill. Alternatively, I could probably put a text plus in here. So underneath my standard primitives, just use a text plus, put it over here, and I could set this value according to the volume calculation of each of these things, which I'll just cover in a different video, I think.